has it gotten tough for you at all, just having all these fighters you have to train at once?
You know what? It doesn't get tough because we have the whole, my gym the whole day. We start at 10 with the group. We got another group at 12. We could get a group at 2, at 4. So I could manage that, And when I'm here, I got 3 assistants over there working. If it's them going to the fights, I stay. So it depends on the fight, the magnitude of the fight also. So they, I'm not by myself. That's why I'm able to manage it, And my dad is also part of the gym. Also, he stays in the gym. So all the boxers knowing that my dad is there, they feel like, they got the main person there, so
right.
they feel comfortable. Exactly, so they feel comfortable. So you know what? No, it's not a problem. Sometimes it gets a little confusing when 2 fighters fight the same day. It's happened before. It happens. It just happened recently.
Yeah.
But I make my decision to where I feel that I have to be at, and I don't, and I go through the team to talk about it, and we all end up agreeing the same thing, and I make my decision. It's just the way it is. It's just the way boxing. It's not. It's happened before with my fighters. 2 championship fights. Stevie Luevano and Brian Viloria, both defending their titles at different locations. Well, we had to make our minds who I was going to go with and split the team up, and we did. So that's just the way boxing is.
Did that have anything to do with Vergil?
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
When I talked to them, they came like 3 weeks ago to my gym, to tell me that they were no longer going to be coming to train in my gym, and it did surprise me, but I also understand. They told me that one of the main reasons was because of that, because I went with Josh instead of Vergil. But the dad also mentioned that there was a few times where we had problems finding sparring partners. It did not happen in the last fight, because in this last fight, Joel Diaz had 2 guys coming over to spar with him. Joel Diaz, a lot of people think that me and him don't even talk. Man, we talk all the time. If I need sparring partners, he sends them. If he needs them, then I send them to him. So we go back and forth when it comes to sparring. Manny Robles also was bringing in one of his guys to spar with Vergil, and plus I also have Espino, who was helping Vergil a lot. So the problem wasn't this fight, but the fight before, when he fought Hooker, we did have problem with sparring, because there was a moment where Vergil got sick with COVID, so nobody wanted to spar him. Even though we had our own guys in the gym, the only one that was able to help him was Tanahara, because he was also positive. So they were both positive, so they were sparring each other. And Tanahara is a lightweight, so he's not helping Vergil that well. So we did have the problem in that training camp. But he got
still performed great.
But still performed great against Hooker. So when they came, They just said they were no longer going to come to me, so I thought they were going to do it on their own. I never thought or felt or heard that they might go to Eddie Reynoso. I don't even think they still have. I really don't know. But that was, I just thought.
Is that a good fit?
Well, why not? Why not? Oh, definitely, bro. Reynoso's on top of the world right now. Look, and not only is Reynoso on top of the world, but look at what he's done with Canelo. Ryan Garcia has looked much better. Or Valdez against Vergil. That performance was one of his best performances. So of course it's a good fit, And not only the thing that's going to help him, and I think Vergil's dad is looking into that too. Is Reynoso's Mexican. He's got all the Mexican media following him, especially with Canelo, who's the best in the world, and he's Mexican. He's going to have all the Mexican media behind him. So Vergil there with him, Vergil's going to get all that Mexican attention to Mexico. Vergil's from the United States. He doesn't even speak the language, but he is Ortiz. He does have the Mexican, his his grandparents, I believe, are from Michoacan. So they're gonna, that's gonna help him a lot, man. All that publicity from Mexico. It sucks that I don't have any, but it was a smart move, honestly. I'm not mad at him, bro. The dad, wants the best for his kid, and he's going after the best.
Robert, what does Vergil bring bring to the gym? What kind of guy is Vergil inside of the gym? What would he bring to Eddie Reynoso's camp?
Look, I know Canelo already is very dedicated from what I hear, okay? And nobody says the opposite. That guy is very dedicated. Well, Vergil's like that, or maybe even more. You know, in my gym, there was nobody. I'm telling you, nobody. And Jose Ramirez trains very hard, but there's nobody.
That's what I was going to ask you. I've heard
but
that.
There's nobody like Vergil. Honestly,
was the king of the gym.
Oh, Jose Ramirez trains his ass off every day, but Vergil trains more. Vergil trains harder. Vergil is a hardworking kid, man. That kid works like nobody else. I'm telling you. So,
Do you think they're sleeping on him when they're saying Boots is going to be the top dog and not Vergil?
Boots is a hell of a fighter.
Crazy
Speed, talented. He switches. He's got power. But one thing I know that Vergil has, I don't know if Boots has it, but I know because I see it in the gym. Vergil has that heart, that determination to don't. He's never, you know, in his mind, there's nobody that could beat him. So going into a fight, you know, maybe the first half of the fight is going to be difficult, but towards the end, I know Vergil will take over. I know because his heart, his determination, his mentality of never giving up and never losing, that makes a big difference when you're in a tough fight like that. And I think there, Boots might have all that too, but I don't think he's got it more than Vergil. I know Vergil. You know, that kid is one of a kind.